Good afternoon, one and all present here. This is Danush, Planet from Manatech Media House. Planetech Media House is an independent media house that offers reliable source of information, articles, and news. We are here with another episode of webinar Crafting Transformative Information. Webinar is all about corporate marketing strategy with six reliable, resourceable speakers out there. The first speaker would be Hital Sonpal sir, who is an dynamic and accomplished business leader with 20 plus years in tech industry and alumnus of NMIMS Mumbai. He has also worked as a senior management role spanning across the Asia Pacific, Japan for four major multinationals Wipro, Microsoft, LinkedIn, and Intel. He is also a startup evangelist, a prominent angel investor with a portfolio of 25 plus startups across different segments of business, entrepreneurs, and consumer. Hetal is a mentor of change for Niti Yoga and is mentoring school children on innovation programs. He is an innovation speaker, has spoken at many prominent B schools and colleges across India. He is also a fitness enthusiastic who have 17 half and 9 full marathons and completed half Ironman in 2018 and also read 100 books in 2018 and loves to share his earnings from his reading and running experience. He has written numerous articles on various topics on LinkedIn for the latest 2 years. We would like to welcome you on the Planet Tech Media House. Over to you, sir.
Hey, thanks a lot to Dhanush and Planetech Media for this opportunity. When I was approached for this topic, I was pretty impressed because not many people in the social media are giving as much focus to marketing as we should. Living in a post-lockdown and pre-lockdown world, where the previous lockdown has just ended and there is already strong rumors about the next lockdown coming up. uh, Everyone is focusing on sales or lack of sales, but very few people are focusing on marketing. And I strongly believe that if someone is going to really rise up post lockdown, post corona, it's going to be a company which really puts in their money and bets their money on marketing rather than sales. They need to convince someone to stay at your resort in Goa. Your standard plain vanilla selling trick is not going to work. You will need to create a different need, right? You might want to target boredom, which is what a large population of people have had a problem complaining during the lockdown. And how do you convince someone that spending an awesome 4 days, 3 nights in Goa in your resort is the best solution to boredom or whatever, right? I think that's the big change as far as the impacted industry is concerned. The second element which comes in obviously is the industries which are not impacted. What can they do different? Because if you're not impacted, then the competition is pretty much the same for you, right? You don't have competition which has dropped out. You don't have products which you're not competing with, which makes your life anyway easier, right? So you're more or less on the even keel as far as industries which are not impacted is concerned. I think the question comes up is in terms of which are the industries which emerge new, which become significantly prominent compared to what they were earlier, right? Education, digital education. I think it's hands-on winner, right? Working from home means higher communication technology like Zoom and its competitors like say Namaste, as the Indian competition is called, right? Those are emerging industries. Those are industries which have a great future going forward. Food and food delivery has been outstanding, right? I mean, yes, overall, I think food delivery has been impacted, but the need for food delivery will re-emerge as extremely strong. And when I say food delivery, I obviously mean the companies, the startups or companies which produce food, the companies which are providing the last mile delivery, and companies which are portals like a Swiggy or a Zomato, which become more like a marketplace for different food options, right? So they're gonna boom again. They're gonna come up big time, and I think there again the differentiated marketing strategy will definitely hold true. The reason being that all the canned content which has been viewed, a Swiggy or a Zomato ad which was seen pre-lockdown, is kind of boring now. So they really need to come up with fresh marketing campaigns, which will require a fresh production team and fresh investment, which is not going to be easy if you are an early stage startup. Only if you're an established startup can you afford to do this, which makes it very interesting in terms of who will go the extra mile in terms of coming up with innovative marketing campaign in an industry which is already booming. The CEO will say, hey, why should I be spending this money I might as well spend that money on geo expansion or come up with some new products. In there, I see more bang for the buck. But in reality, you might need to put in that extra effort continuously on your existing marketing and product lines to be able to sustain what you're trying to do. So I covered different marketing channels. I've covered the different industries, impacted, not impacted, and how their marketing campaigns are going to be different. I think that the third and the most important element, which I would like to cover and conclude my 10-minute talk with this, is a consumer. The consumer sentiment has changed completely. More than one webinar I've attended, and I've heard this coming up extremely strongly, that market research is going to reinvigorate. Market research is going to be done all over again. A 25 something in Delhi does not think the same way as he thought 6 months back. He's frustrated. He's jobless. He's irritated. He wants to reward, and yet he doesn't have any arms and ammunitions to be able to do any of this. So he's sitting dumb idiot in the house. What do you say to him? How do you motivate him? How do you encourage him to spend money when he doesn't know where his next meal is going to come from? So these are realities which a large number of consumers need to see. Obviously, I tried taking an example which is very simple and obvious, 25 something, but I probably spent about a year, 2 years in the industry, which means he is uh, dispensable. You can easily do away with him, right? Whereas if someone is a 45 something, he's equally dispensable in an organization which has been badly hit. And they will obviously look at people who are gray haired, lesser, a lot more than what I am. I'm not that gray haired, so I would definitely not want to get categorized in that segment. But people who are significantly, been doing the same job over a long period of time and are facing the axe, right? How do you sell products to them? How do you encourage them to spend, right? That makes it interesting as well. So I think in a nutshell, post-COVID era, the different marketing channels, the different industries and how they perform from a marketing campaign perspective, including the new emerging industries. And third and most important, the consumer sentiment. I think these need to be studied extremely deeply by a marketing manager before he goes up to his CEO or CXO and proposes the next marketing campaign, which needs to be launched in third week of June or fourth week of June. That's when I think the lockdown would have truly opened up, and many opportunities would emerge. I would like to pause here. I know I could probably talk for an hour on this, but with due respect for my fellow panelists who obviously are also looking for sharing their views on very interesting topics, that's all for me. Dhanush, thank you.
That was really amazing to hear about this marketing strategies in post-COVID. I really liked all your technical things which you put it at 10 minutes. I know it is too tough to get all this things done in 10 minutes, but you have covered all the things. Thank you so much for being on Planetech Media House, sir. And well, the next question goes to Hital Sonpal, sir. You shared some interesting points on marketing trend post Corona and lockdown. Do you believe these changes are short term or many of this likely to be around permanent?
Good question, Dhanush. I think it's subject to debate, depending on which industry we are referring to and what type of media we are talking about. I think some changes are permanent. I think the shift to digital or the emphasis on digital is, I think, here to stay. The digital education as a channel is likely to grow significantly. So anything around marketing for digital education is definitely around to stay. So I think there are certain things which are going to be permanent. What's not going to be permanent, obviously, is the impact on hotel, tourism, and travel. I don't think we can live without going for our holidays once in a while. I don't think we can live without a fine dining experience. I think it's going to come back, and it's going to come back with a bang. I think the restaurant industry needed some churning because there were too many restaurants, too many food outlets, too many choices, and the consumer was being taken for a ride, literally speaking, in name of variety. So yeah, with the feeling sorry for people who have to shut down their business in these tough times. Yes, I think the consumer is king, and I think these industries will come out much better. So to answer your question, I think some segments, some developments are permanent, but there are some which are temporary. And I would love that everyone who's having a tough time gets out of that tough time really soon and starts making money all over again.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you. That was
Thanks
really
a lot,
that was
Dhanush. It was awesome to be a part of this panel discussion. Look forward to a similar initiative from Planetech in the future. And all the best to other fellow panelists as well. I hope you have a good session. Unfortunately, I need to log out. So good going. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for being on Planet Tech Media House. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.